Agent, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you doing?
We have bigger problems in life than football. Football is just a macroscopic reflection of the society.
Thank you.
We should worry about
ChatGPT,
AI.
man. Who's gonna coach in the future? Listen to your coach. Teams are copying him. You guys are telling me that he's copying Pep. Teams are copying him. Lona, you limtela fancy agent. I'm gonna jump straight in. Tell me, how should Sundowns approach this game versus Chiefs, and how does Sundowns beat Chiefs? And welcome, welcome to the show, my brother. Welcome to the show. I don't know if I'm speaking to you or an AI. We don't know. Maybe not to some AI.
No, but around weekish, when the text man is around, you know when the text man is around. But otherwise, good week. I've eaten one sweet giant. I'm focusing on another. But it's looking at Chiefs. How to beat Chiefs? I think beating Chiefs is very easy. I think so. What you need to do is you need to stop the same things, like for the sake of not sounding like a repeating machine, so that I don't get confused as an AI. To beat Chiefs, first thing, you must close that threat, because Chiefs is a very, very, very dangerous team, you need to close Dupree. And how do you close Dupree? I think he maybe has a template from the last game. And against Osaling, I think Saling was the perfect precursor for this, So I think you have to have that, and it will be very interesting because Omodau is not there, Umvala is not there. So who did you put there? I think you are gonna be putting Ogrant and Uli Booster. Yeah, so I'm thinking, or maybe Umkufo Modau, I don't know what he's going to do there. But I think it will be very interesting. But I think if we can put Umorena for Umodau, then we can contain Udubre, because if we have Morena, Grant, and AB, then there is a bit of speed there to cover Dupree and Potsdam. So I think that's the way to do it. And then obviously we have to overload the midfield, because we know Castillo and Marit and whoever's going to be playing with them, they're always going to cheat. So there's always going to be gaps in the middle. So you have to go through the passing lanes from there. And then on the offensive side, you must be aware of Chiefs' late runs from Castillo. So you have to block those runs. And I think Mokwena should be the one who's taking care of him. Then on the defense, I assume he's gonna play Ofrost instead of Macheke. But if he plays Macheke, this is another pressing trigger that you have to do. Let Umisimango, let Udikloka have the ball. Once they pass to Macheke, like force the ball to go to Macheke, then we press him. Or let it go to Atlante, then press him. Those are our two triggers. And Omar is the weakest link in terms of handling pressure of Castillo, and let's say, I don't know who's going to be playing, Shabalala or whoever. I think Marik, when he's under pressure, he's the weakest link in terms of being calm and passing the ball. So what we need to do is our pressing traps is Macheke, Kanti, Castillo. If you're gonna, not Castillo, I mean Marik. If you're gonna press those three guys, then for sure you're gonna have a goal in there. And hopefully they play with Peterson, because he has that lapse in concentration. Yeah.
And then tell me, up to this point, Kaizer Chiefs, obviously we lost 2-1 to you guys in the beginning. We drew 1-1 with you guys. Still the only game that you drawn so far. Should Rulani be a little bit worried about Kaizer Chiefs? Because it seems that Pirates isn't as close as we thought they were. Chiefs has actually forced a draw out of you guys. Do you think that Rulani should be worried about Chiefs?
Yeah, you should. Like, these teams that historically are going to give you a tough time. Historically, we beat Pirates in the league. Like, historically, So Chiefs is a much, much, much of a threat in terms of history. And sometimes that plays a role. No matter, I don't care who says what, but sometimes you go into a game and say, "But I know we beat Pirates, you know. I know Chiefs gives us a problem, you know." So he has to be worried about that. And unlike Pirates, they're not gonna go pound for pound with us. You know, the nice thing about Pirates and Sundowns, the reason why I feel like we enjoy playing against Pirates is they go pound for pound with us. So those is an open game, and an open game means there's open space, and Sundowns likes the space, you know. So with Chiefs, they're gonna be pegged, you know. They're not gonna be pound for pound with us. They're gonna wait for the perfect time to counter and then counter us. So he has to be worried about Chiefs, especially breaking them down, because I think you guys have a stable defense, Mosimane with the and the pace of Udubre and Botswana, I assume will be playing.
Okay. Benefits versus luck. Desho, welcome to the show. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm well, and yourself, bro?
I'm okay, my brother. Mchele, I'm going to throw you deep in. How does Sundowns beat Chiefs this game?
Let me start by saying this first. I think Sundowns I call under pressure, and I think on my side, like they are not planning hard ukuthi bazoyidla kanjani Chiefs, because they kulama game abawadlala past games, like they've been consistent via their team lineup. They've been playing the same team like almost all over again. Then I think the difference will be where Guma defender, cause some got yellow cards and some stuff. That will be the difference. But going forward, good Bazodla Chiefs, I think they will overload one side of our weakest back four. Let me say not weakest, actually. One of the back fours that is not consistent via the performance, which is Shanti. Yeah, which is Shanti. I'd say again, I'm not sure about Agent said, I'm not sure about Kunika, but I'm still thinking he did well against the previous game, which is Royal and Super Sport. So I think we'll use mainly of the Shanti side. If not, I know ukuthi bazofuna ukudlala in between middle. They like playing kulama pockets whereas vele ukuthi bathole ama spaces behind the defense of Kaizer Chiefs. So I think our playing kakhulu is just that to solve defense yabo, and then after that and obviously, you know, the likes of Abu Alende will be there because equality banayo vele. Abu Ribeiro Lapaya Zwane will be there, and that's why consistency Sundowns good, like it's like into a permanent Google, like, and they are used to winning, you understand. So I'm not like he's stressing, but obviously he must analyze the previous games that Gibbs has played previous, so that he can have ideas, because Gonzalez just played second half in the first leg of MTN, so he has to plan against Vela or Gonzalez, and then I'm thinking maybe Umatlu njengoba bangadlalanga the previous game, maybe if he hadlala tomorrow, he has to play against those players, because Umatlu didn't have enough match against Yona Sundowns. So Rulani like is not like dressing cool. I think it's a matter of ukuthi bayazi ukuthi badlala kanjani. As for Tina, like asikabi nalento le ukuthi showcase ukuthi sodlala kanjani, kuzoba i-advantage Sundowns ukuthi izodlala kanjani, understand. Mara izodlala njengoba sidwayele ukuthi like keeping the ball at all costs kubo.
And then seeing that, well, you mentioned it, but seeing that we're the only team that has forced a draw with Sundowns, and even in the first game, it wasn't like an out-and-out win. Do you think that Rulani is overly worried for this game? I mean, Paris, they've won. They haven't lost a game this season outside of just dropping, that Royal Chiefs. Do you think that he feels something extra, man? Just if you could just jump in again and say it.
Yeah, I think Guti a bit worried just because of Chiefs has lost 2 games in a row. So I doubt Guti NTSEKI and his amasoldier wakhe bazofuna ukuluza another 3rd game. So into ezophuma ku Kaizer Chiefs, like it's sort of like that game never losing. It's sort of like encouragement to move. So I think Rulani is worried also about that.
Okay.
Maybe he's also worried. I'm not sure about the changing of the lineups, but maybe NTSEKI might change the lineup also. That will worry him too, because he's not sure who he's going to play against. Because last game, like we lost with those other players we had, and some performed, some didn't perform. So there might be the most worrying factor is the fans. Like Chiefs is under pressure and haven't won like any silverware this past seasons. So that's a worrying factor because I'm thinking not that I support Chiefs. I'm thinking this game is it's a must win for NTSEKI, or is the game that he shouldn't defend against Sundowns, because already it's a 1-1. It's an advantage for Sundowns, even if he's Opela at 0-0, then Sundowns is a winner. So I think you are worrying factors are Rulani just to keep his boys like calm and collected.
Okay. Ndlela, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you doing?
Hola uthi ngibingelele nepanel.
Deep end, tell me, Sundowns ishaya kanjani Chiefs?
You know, for Sundowns to beat Kaizer Chiefs is the same way Sundowns usually beats any other team that's abasuke bedlala nayo. It's very simple for Sundowns. I know Rulani Mokwena angakhuluma whatever ekhuluma ku press conference, but he knows deep down ukuthi the way badlala ngakhona, they're gonna keep the same shape that they did against the Pirates and every other team. So with Umdao being suspended for this match, it's not a problem for Mamelodi Sundowns. They still have Abu Murena. They still have many players. So sometimes they don't rely more on a player being injured or a player not being unavailable. So for them, is to try and continue where they left. Like Sundowns idlala nge-system more than playing like individual brilliance. So as long as they still have Utembazwane linking up Nabo Ribeiro and also Shalulile. So Sunderland will look to dominate midfield, to overload the midfield ngabo Mokwena, abo Allende. So that's what they are gonna do. And this match they're gonna bring in Umendieta. I feel like tomorrow they are gonna bring in Umendieta, because the first leg they saw Gucci, they were lacking against the Kaizer Chiefs in this position. So next, come matches or Yaksasa, they're gonna bring in Umendieta because they already saw okay, Chiefs are weak here. Because the Chiefs, yes, they did well. First leg, they tried to defend, but my only problem is the lack of concentration. Kaizer Chiefs. Rulani Mokwena, it's one of those things that he managed to pick up. Since he played 2 matches with Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs were 1-1 against Sundowns, and Umayema managed to score in 90 minutes. And again, first leg MTN, Umdao managed to score plus 90 minutes. So go since cut, it's about luck, and the since cut Rulani Mokwena is able to analyze the Kaizer Chiefs. They lose the concentration. He knows Kaizer Chiefs, they lose the concentration whenever he matches Akala and the matches Opera. So he knows the crucial time where he needs to punish Kaizer Chiefs. So for him, he's gonna overload the midfield and make sure Utembazwane is gonna link up no Ribeiro, because Ribeiro seems like he's one of their best players so far this season. So there's no way he's gonna drop Ribeiro, even if Kaizer Chiefs defenders manage to defend against Ribeiro. So it's going to overload the midfield. But my only worry about the Sundowns is defender. Is it defending here? But with Umbala not being there is my only worry there, because I feel like Umbala has been doing well and he's been solid for Mamelodi Sundowns. So if I was Kaizer Chiefs, I was going to capitalize on Umbala not being there, because Umbala is a solid force there. Mamelodi Sundowns. If you can look at some matches, so for Rulani Mokwena to even beat Kaizer Chiefs, he's gonna play the same way he played against the Pirates. So if I was only I would analyze the Pirate game and see Sundowns how they were attacking and how I should close them. So the way Sundowns beat Orlando Pirates is the same way they are there coming to Kaizer Chiefs, the same way that they did against Orlando Pirates.
Okay, Dlela. Let me bring in... Danko, 31,800. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Follow if you have not followed. Lord Muller, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you doing?
Afternoon, KT, OT. How's it, my guy?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay, man. I'm ready for tomorrow. Tell me, how would you beat Chiefs if you're Rulani?
The same way I always play. I wouldn't change anything. Sundowns has a system, and that system is working for them. There, that's it.
But it's worked against other people. But Chiefs back-to-back scorers. I saw Malume Khoza said that we've scored back-to-back against Sundowns in both the matches we've played. The matches have been close. Last match they came in with the same system and had to rescue it at the last minute. Are you sure you wouldn't change anything or tweak anything going into this game?
I wouldn't change anything. Like, okay, in historically, Chiefs gives Sundowns a problem. Historically, we can even the stats say it's not us, you know. But for the past 6-7 seasons, Sundowns has been using the same system, and that's been working for them. Sundowns has been a force. Sundowns is one of the, if not first, top teams in South Africa, in the world. And then I don't know what I would do as Rulani, but just keep the same system, then everything is okay. They all know how they play. They know each other. They well-oiled machine. So you just tell them, you know what you need to do. Go do your best. That's it.
Okay. Me. If Chiefs wins this, I'm going to be uncomfortable. Anyway, guys, I think from my side, obviously Chiefs have certain weaknesses. The left and right backs are the weaknesses. Quinika can be forced into a mistake. Santi usually vacates his role. So if you are going to play Chiefs, I would draw out one of them and have somebody run behind. So even if it's a fake run where Mendieta keeps Quinika, makes Quinika come out and somebody runs in behind him, maybe Uzwani, that will open up a lot of space and cause those two center backs to move. Quinika's on the pitch because NTSEKI doesn't want Msimangundi Tlokwe to move centrally. He wants to make sure that there's always somebody there because he's seen in previous games that if he puts on Abofrosla, he puts on Tantip, if both of them are gone, these two get into trouble. So I think that's why Quinika's on the pitch. But Quinika's also one of the weaknesses that you can go after. In the middle, again, Mteto's not going to play. That one is not going to play this game. So we're still going to be sitting with a midfield where there's a Mart, there's a Castillo, and there's an extra person. Usually you can disregard the extra person, but then now you're sitting there with Mart, who's not a natural CDM, and under pressure, at some points, he cracks. So if he's going to play that defensive six, Sundowns can get onto us with movement. I think one of the other weaknesses that Kaizer Chiefs has is that up front, we always sacrifice two guys. I speak of this a lot. One midfielder in the middle doesn't have a job to do. It's usually Mtanza or Matlou who don't know what their job is. And also, you'll have maybe Gonzalez, if Gonzalez plays. Like Unzeki said, Gonzalez is still getting up to speed, so I don't know why he's starting, but Gonzalez will play. So you may be able to play an extra man and do what they did to us with Umdao. If Chiefs doesn't attack on that side and put the Sundowns defense under pressure, you can commit an extra man to overload on Santi specifically. So that's how I would go for it and hit them. Those are the weaknesses. But Lord Muller, as you've said, a lot of what Sundowns does is already very good as it is. But Chiefs, but Kona something, man, that NTSEKI, I don't know if the chameleon, if he understands the chameleon and we don't, but there's something that always gives Sundowns a bit of a tough time versus us. And I think we are the only team that has scored twice versus them so far. Agent 007, I'm going to give you the harder question. How does Chiefs beat Sundowns? If you were coach NTSEKI, beat me Sundowns. What are the weaknesses? How do you exploit them?
Beating Sundowns, eh? I think the problem with beating Sundowns is this. Everybody knows how to beat Sundowns. The problem is, can you execute it? You know, that's the problem part of it, you know. And I think I saw something. during the Paris game, and I think he was experimenting it intentionally for the Chiefs game. I want you guys to observe Ozwani. You know, Ozwani is playing like a false nine with Ribeiro on the wing and Shabalala on the wing. So I think he's trying to distract the centre backs, to track the two strikers and leaving Ozwani open.
Okay.
So I think Chiefs need to be aware of that and not be confused by a false Ozwani. Ozwani will always drop back into the midfield because he's not a striker, you know. So don't be worried about him. Just worry about those ones, but don't move out of position. Just let them be handled by the wingers, you know. So that's the first thing. And then I'm going to I'm saying to the boys, we need a goal, yes, but let's not be desperate for a goal.
Okay.
Let's be calm. Let's play our defensive game. We get a goal. Let's be clinical about it. But first half, we're not gonna go chase for that goal desperately. If it comes to it, we'll be desperate in the second half. But first half, let's not expose ourselves, because once Sundowns scores a goal, then it becomes a tall task, you know, because now they can score 2 goals. So let's be in the game for as long as possible, and then we'll chase the goal if need be, you know.
Okay.
And then my lineup, I think the lineup is crucial, because now I want to have Ukune there, because I think Kune can make the boys be switched on. I know Kune is perhaps done. I think Kune has maybe 1 season in him, but I think he can make the boys to be switched on. And then I would have personally Ufrosla instead of Macheke.
Okay.
And then you guys don't have a country alternative, so he has to be there by default. And then in the midfield it gets interesting, because obviously you have Umar Castillo. I would still have Umdan there, even though he's lost.
Okay.
But I don't think Omar is doing himself favors with the 2 games that I've seen. He looks lost. He looked bright when he came on, but when he started the first 2 games, really, in Supersport, he's not it. You know, so I think maybe he's a second half player. So I think I would keep Umdan there. Remember, my goal is be in the game for as long as possible. Okay. I know 65th minute. If I'm in the game, I'm gonna start cheesing now. I'm saving my energy. So Matlo can be an impact sub. And then forward, I'm gonna prefer Udu Pri. Opotane also did well against Sundowns, and Oranga, you know. So I have speed, I have aggression there. Then 65th minute, that's when I can bring Osaile and Omakro back. That's when I can chase the game if I'm in the game. There's no use of losing the game before the 65th minute. So let's be in the game for as long as possible. And then I saw Paris doing something which is very interesting. If you look at Sundowns players, they always trap the ball and put the feet on top of the ball.
Yeah.
They're inviting you to press them. Don't fall for the trap. You need to have a strategic press. Don't just go all out for them and then go in like headless chickens. Press. Let there be pressing patterns. Let there be pressing zones. Identify who's the weakest. If I know that Otie is good, but he is slow, what I need to do is I'm gonna let the ball go to Okotie and be fast on him. Let the pre be ready. When you see the ball is on Williams, be ready to sprint to Okotie, because you're gonna pass to Okotie. We don't just press Williams, Okotie, and everyone at the same time. Be strategic on your pressing. Okay. And then Potani and Odupri. I don't wanna see you guys above the center circle. I want you guys to be pinned there. Stay there, no matter what. Stay there. I don't want to see you guys defending like they were defending the last game. When are you going to get to the top of the field? You know? I want to pin Obutil. The problem is, I think people are not understanding the Butuil role there, because Butuil is, you can underestimate him, but he's the one who's making Sundowns play also, because he's good technically. So, in order to stop Ozwani and Oilande, you must stop the ball from getting to them. And how do you stop that? Pressing Ukwetie, because he's the passing lane, and OAB. Those are the 2 passing people who give the ball to Allende and Ozwani. And then another thing which needs to be taken care of is concentration. I think was it Lord Muller. Everybody is talking about them. Be switched on all the time. Don't. Sometimes I feel like teams sit down and observe Sundowns playing. It's like now that they're enjoying the game, like they became spectators. Be switched on, go with them. If they're going sideways, move with them sideways. Because Sundowns will never play a diagonal ball. So we shouldn't be worried about a man running behind you in the blind spot. They're always going to move with the play. So be concentrated. Don't sit down and enjoy the game with them. And the last thing for me would be set pieces. Chiefs is conceding a lot on set pieces, and is worrying me. It's like you guys don't know how to defend set pieces. So I'm gonna avoid set pieces, but if I can't, then you guys need to go away from zonal making because the parallel, to be honest. So rather go man for man. I know Zwane can head. I know Alende can head. Who else can head? I haven't seen the Ribeiro that much. Maybe it's a threat, but Sundowns players generally are short. Umutibak is short, so you have to be worried about Oshalulile and how many goals has Shalulile scored on a header though. I can count 2, 3. You have to be worried about AB and Grant, maybe Olibusa is going to be playing. So it's 2 defenders and maybe Oshalulile, but Shalulile not that much. So you go man for them and you let Udupri not to come. Let Udupri stay in there because the last game I saw him taking the ball and Sundowns was lost when they had a counter attack. When they had a corner. So a set piece should be our advantage that they are coming. Dupree, you stay there. Khanye is a good keeper. Catch the ball, give it to Dupree, and he has the technical ability to spot Khanye also.
The distribution,
so he has the distribution to spot Dupree. Hence, I'm playing Khanye because those long balls are gonna be very instrumental. So that's for me how I beat Sundowns.
A score prediction? Yes, head on the block. Score prediction. You thought you were going to get away from me.
That's unfair. That's an unfair question when I was analyzing a game as an impartial person. But I need to switch from impartial to
switch from impartial. What's the score going to
be? I see extra time.
You see extra time? Hey?
I see extra time. I see extra time. But I think we'll win 2-1.
2-1. Okay, 2-1 extra time win. We'll see. Zasho, I'm giving you NTSEKI's job. Beat me Sundowns.
Okay. First, I'd like to say, I think Amachita like Meleba come down. I think sometimes he achieves like Snogba our own enemies. If you get me, even our fans are my enemies way too. Sometimes I don't understand which event they Pumapi. We've been considering silly goals lately. Even a super sport it was a game. Even those past M10 a league game against Sundowns, Peterson made mistakes. It's been a story of our life since last season. We've not been scoring goals. We've not been defending very well at the back. So I'm just thinking they must be tough in their minds, like not think about what's going to happen if they lose the game, because that might be the trigger to lose the exact game going forward. Going to the game, I think we should change it a bit. I love Matlo a lot, but I think this game around, I think if Dolly is fit to play, Dolly is an experienced player. I think we should include Dolly in that Matlo position. Tanzania is still a bit rusty for me. It will be Matlo. And then maybe if Santi didn't get a yellow card, I was hoping for him to get a yellow card so that we can try someone else. I doubt Bobby will play because he's been on the bench for a while. He has not been playing. So I'd like to feel who's this Frostler and maybe continue with Zita. Though Zita he's got those mistakes like I said, but I think when Amake, like he's good on that. To playing the balls is not good because sometimes he rusty passes opponents. I don't know what Gwenzagalan. So I'm thinking Guti I think we should keep the same players going forward, but to exclude Matlou, okay, Mart is okay, Castillo is okay, and then Dolly going forward is okay. Okay, I saw Gonzalez a little bit. I'm thinking he's coming okay, but he's not there where we want him to be. Because right now, like I said, Kaizer Chiefs is very under pressure to score goals. We haven't been scoring goals past games against Royal but and I said something. It was the day before. My front combination beside Gonzalez, I would start with Dupreez as a number 9. Like I said, I think he's much better as a number 9, not as a supply. Because this past games, I've seen Dupreez making crosses like he's not around the 18 area to pounce on those goals. You remember that goal that we played up against Sundowns? Posani crossed the ball. He was there to score. Remember where he missed against Royal AM, Saile, Afagai cross. He was there. He almost scored that goal. When he's around that area, I think Dolly, who's this guy? Yeah, now to Priz. I think he's more dangerous than to Priz. I don't think Melesim Zalema side. And then Amasai, I would prefer Usaile because I think even though he's not where I think la mele abe khona kahle kahle ukuthi asenzele izinto ezigrand for him. But I think iyakristian yakhe then i-pace yakhe I think izokwenza ukuthi i-back four ye-Sundowns like i-panic a bit. A panicking defense is a defense ongayi-destroy at any time. So I think yena not ngiyazi ukuthi vele uDupreez bazombeka kuwin. So both of them I think they will defense Sundowns to their back four, like they will not want to commit going up. So I think it will make them even but defend the deep if Veles. And then now I think the players of someone said it there. I think Dupreez, he shouldn't come back like deep and because he's the person on a pacey foot. I understand. He shouldn't come collect a ball from Gugu Castillo. Uzofika nini le phambili ngoba kunuvela ukubreaka ama-offside trap we-Sundowns ukuthi azokhona kuba behind a defense very quickly and then go and score those goals. So we shouldn't throw, at least abe nabo elayinini. Nathi masiliphatha-ke if nathi maybe so defender that deep kumele abe center line ukuthi masilahlela ibhola abe khona bamfawule bathole i-red card or yellow card. So we should get maybe ama-fouls from there sikhona ukuthi sibe nama-set pieces. Ama-set pieces obviously lama-chance ukuthi sikhona ukuba nama-opportunities ukuthi score and then i-defense nayo communicate kaningi ngoba even the pass yaka it was Mosimane who gave the back pass to SuperSport ngibone kahle. I think kumele kube ne-communication ngoba sometimes yayitshela iplayer lakho in front of you ukuthi khiphela le bhola ngaphandle sizokhona ukuthi sigroupe dlalela ama-passes especially mas-pressiwe we should sikhiphe ibhola noma bangathi winkomo ngikhiphe ngombhonsi yele phambili and then safety first sikhona regroup and then siqalele phansi sikhona I think they must minimize mistakes because it's been our worst enemies since last season ngozwani until now still they should work on it.
Okay score prediction.
I think 1-1 extra time.
Uzowina bani ku extra time?
Ama-penalty awanoma ubani iye ema-penalty.
Wena ufuna ukusifaka but it's fine, I'll let you go. Dela beat me Sundowns. Beat me Sundowns.
You know, for Sundowns, unfortunately, the MTN 8 cats will continue. We know what MTN 8 is one of those cups the Abang was going simple as much as they win the Wonk and Cup. Yeah. So if I was Kaizer Chiefs, I'm gonna put the same lineup that I did against Sundowns first leg, but I'm gonna change Gangane and substitute Umtum Tanzania because of obvious Umtum Tanzania we played in Simdlalile and then second half some substitutes. He only played for 5 minutes. So for Umlefi there, he needs to change Umdu and bring in Umatlo, because Umatlo has been there for the past. I think he did well like in Super Sports. My only word is the scoring part, because sometimes now I understand it. He roll up. But one thing I saw about Umatlo in the game in Super Sports is that he's able to mark. Umatlo uyakwazi ukumark, unlike Umtanzana. Umtanzana akakwazi ukumark. So I will put in Umatlo there. That means I'm gonna do one change if I was to take and play the same friendly, which is Umodi, Patrice, and Potan. I'm not gonna change anything. I'm not gonna bring in Password Gonzalez there, because I saw Gonzalez there. He was giving SuperSport problems in terms of holding the ball. But now we are playing against the Sundowns. We need a fluent team. We need the same starting 11 that we did against them first leg. So I'm not gonna play Gonzalez there. I'm not happy about finishing yake, because Gonzalez was getting a supply against the Super Sport. It could have maybe drawn or won against Super Sport because of but Gonzalez is not yet angazi ukuthi finishing yake is short kancane. So I'm gonna keep Patrice, Umodi, and then Potan, and then go back. Because of now Umdawa Geko, so that means Uhlanti is not gonna have a problem gangara. But I know which sometimes they are gonna overload left hand side the Kaizer Chiefs because of they know which Uhlanti. They saw against the Super Sports. We were just lacking in Super Sports. Uhlanti he was getting away with some of the mistakes he did there. So if I was NTSEKI there, I would continue Uhlanti vele, because we know Guti. I don't understand Guti is having a problem about Frosla or Ngabo Solomons, but one thing I know, Gutuhanti is one of his favorite players, same as Hugo Bros and Unyiko Mob. He wants to substitute Uhlanti. And then, yes, I'm gonna keep the same shape between Utihlok, Mosimane, and Uzit. Why I'm gonna go for Uzit at the side, right? Because of I saw Uzit so good. He can mark, he can defend Uzit. Because of Uzit, naturally is a centre back. So I'm gonna keep Uzita there at that side, because if I saw first leg against the Sundowns that he was doing well in terms of marking. So the Sundowns is gonna try to push high. It's gonna play Highline Kakul, and playing Highline Kakul, Chiefs. That's where they're gonna exploit them in counter attack, which Patrice. I know Patrice is gonna be there. Line is gonna be trying to exploit his Sundowns defense. Play with Patrice there and make sure Yusuf Mat, guys, Yusuf Mat did well first leg. We must not lie. Yusuf Mat did well against Mokwena, Nabo Alende. He did well. So that's why hence I'm saying the Chiefs should not change anything. They should play the same way they did first leg, because they could not match Eastern Towns in terms of playing the ball, trying to do a combination. So the Chiefs should play with one thing, score and defend, the same way that they've been playing the past 5 matches. They were just unfortunate to lose 1-0 against Super Sport. But playing against the Sundowns, we know what the Sundowns, they can defend. If you want to go 0-0 in Sundowns, Rulani Mokwena doesn't have a problem with defending. But the only thing Rulani Mokwena will try to do, he will try to score vele. He will try to introduce Abomendi, and because of Umdaw is not there, it's gonna introduce Umutiba. One thing I know, Umutiba is gonna play tomorrow. So for the Chiefs to try and win this match is to score and shut the back door once. We are mover and try to minimize midfield Mamelodi Sundowns, which is gonna be Abombole, Abo Alende, Nabo Mokwena. So hence I'm saying the Chiefs to score and defend. There's no reason to try and play good football against Mamelodi Sundowns. Because the current Sundowns, they are the only team that can play good football. As the Kaizer Chiefs, you know that sometimes you become clumsy in terms of defending and playing the ball back to the goalkeeper. So the Chiefs should not be playing the ball back to the goalkeeper, because we know in terms of doing that, we know with the Chiefs, they are always caught napping. So the Chiefs should not try and play smart. The Chiefs should play defensive the same way they did first league. So I'm gonna keep Peterson there, because I feel like Peterson is doing a great job in terms of commanding the defense of Kaizer Chiefs under Kutumele Nkune. So Kutumele Nkune, I'm not happy about him. The goal that Uzukamanje scored, Ukune uvele wamala pakata vanga nokdive. So Ukune, yes, we know what is our best goalkeeper, but I'm gonna keep Peterson there in goal to continue and command his defense. Because in terms of one-on-one, Peterson is good. Peterson is good in terms of one-on-one. So I'm gonna keep Peterson there. Yes, however, in terms of distribution, he's not that on level. It takes time to distribute the ball because in 5 matches, Pitso, it takes time to distribute the ball to about the Patrice because we know who the Patrice is fast. But I'm gonna keep Pitso there. My only change will be Umdantsane there, and I'm gonna put Umatlo. That's it.
Okay. Score prediction.
I'm gonna go 1-0 to Kaizer Chiefs.
I see you guys. You keep quiet. You know the question is coming, but
it's Sundowns there, so I'm gonna go 1-0 in Kaizer Chiefs because the way in a magnitude element, because this is a big match. Like I'm saying, the Chiefs should not try and overplay Sundowns in terms of being more advanced and smart. Because we know Sundowns born, they have the coach that can just change the formation while there's still a formation about. So for Kaizer Chiefs to just win this game 1-0 and defend.
Kevin Hunt settings. Lord Muller, beat me Sundowns.
Yeah, okay. This is the question I've been waiting for. Yes. Beat you Sundowns. Santi by default. Our back 4 and 5 as always, and then I'd go for Mart. Let's be honest, guys. Mart Sundowns, when we played Sundowns, he was for me, he was man of the match because Mart did a whole lot on that left hand side, right? Yeah, on that left hand side of Sundowns. So I'd go for Frosler. And second, Frosler is good left and right. Both his legs to shoot, to dead balls, he can square left and right. Free kicks, he can take left and right. So that's what I'd be looking for. Frosler can run up front and can run backwards, and he can defend. For me, that would be for me. And then in the middle, I'd go for if OX is available, I'd go for OX.
You'll be killing him. First day, it's hardly been 2 days.
Yeah. Usayine ukusebenza musikandi sahlangene. Akasebenzi. Let him work. Okay, let's say he's there. Okay, he's not there. So I'd go for the usual Mark Castillo. Instead of Mdantsane or anyone else, I'd go for Dolly if he's match fit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go for Dolly. Then up front, I'd go for Dupreez on the left, Wi-Fi password in the middle. Hey guys, Wi-Fi password is dangerous. Wi-Fi password is huge, and if you say move, you'll never take the ball from a Wi-Fi password. He knows how to He knows how to time a 10 wake and make a run with the ball and pass forward. And that's what I've seen in game Super Sport United. If people are not happy with Wi-Fi password, I don't know now what do they want. Because Chiefs bought almost 10 players, and on those 10 players, they're playing almost all of them. So they haven't gelled the way we want them to gel. It's still a new thing. So they are trying it out. And for me, it's now starting to work. Ganani. We can see now progress. They can hold the ball. They can make 15 touches. They can go forward. Yes. Epalini, Baya Mesa. We hit the post 2 times against a Super Sport. We should count that for something. Sometimes a luck counts, And then on the right-hand side, I'd go for Christian Saile. You need to make Sundowns left and right back run like no one else. Christian Saile is tough. He's fit. He's one person you can't take a baller from Guye, whether you're at the back or running forward. If you've got pace like him, and then fortunate enough, you'll be able to take the ball. That would be my first level. But Wi-Fi password, I believe in him. I know he's gonna do things.
Okay. Yeah. You know the question.
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
2-1 to Chiefs.
Obvious.
Okay. Okay. No, thank you, Lokbula, for joining me. Let's extend. I might extend this show. Listen, okay, this is what I would do. I hope you guys watched Pirates and remembered my words when I said what you need to do versus Sundowns is to make them think about threats, right? I wouldn't put Gonzalez into this game. I'm playing Potsane, Dupria, and Modi. And what I'm asking those three to do is when Sundowns has the ball at the back, we do a press, 3-man press, right? 2 there, have your midfield be fine, cool. The point of having those 3 on is pace. Me, I'm going for pace. I'm not doing half-half. We're going for pace, and it's targeted pace. If AB starts that game, Dupria target AB in terms of attack. Potsane, try bring the left back out, then go directly at AB, right? Because what Pirates showed us is when you attack them, right? Sundowns is not good at transition defense. They foul. So you have to put someone in trouble. And for me, it's AB. So Dupre's job tomorrow for me would be attack AB. When we play our balls, I don't want to see us. I don't want to see 15 passes. I don't want to see 25 passes. I don't want to see us building it from the back. I don't want to see any of that stuff. The minute you win the ball back, target an area of the pitch and have Dupre try pull AB out of position. That's what I would do. Because if you watch what Pirates did, it got so bad on transition for Sundowns that even Williams got into trouble, right? Because Sundowns is used to having the ball, playing the ball, you know, when they go to the front, the teams usually defend deep. And then when they get the ball, they try for some reason. All teams try to play the ball through Sundowns. Get the ball, go directly to prayer. I would start Kune as well because like Kune can put the ball into areas, and that's the most important thing. So for me, Duprea, Potsane, Modi. 2 jobs. In transition, as quickly as possible, pressure the Sundowns defense. Because they usually go back and defend in a 2 because they push people up. Minute we win the ball back, target one of the guys and attack them, right? And then the other thing is, if you watch Williams and you see you're talking about AB being strong. If you watch Williams, if you watch some of that defense, they're not very comfortable when pressed. So those 3 players are to press in a corner. Take it into a corner. So allow them to play the ball to a degree, then trap them into a corner, right? I haven't spoken about the other guys. So for me, those are the things you need. We need to show just a little bit more confidence, a little bit more attacking threat. You don't even need to score. I'm going to say this one more time. I don't even need them to score. I just need Sundowns must have in the back of their mind that if we lose this ball, Dupre is there. Same way that they had with Saleng, same way that they had with Lepasa. That's me. So I just need them to be thinking about it because first leg, we were killed by not having that threat. Rulani, there was a point in the match versus us in the 1-1 game where he was sitting back and he had 4 guys at the back. And Mudau was told not to move because of what I'm saying now, the targeting of the centre backs. But then when he saw that, there's nothing, Musbatuba, they're not coming with anything, they're not attacking me, they're not hitting me, they allowed Mudau to go forward and press Usanti, right? So for me, that's what I'd do. Defensively, I think we're okay enough. The midfield, even the midfield, I would maybe bring in Matou, and Matou's one job is to gutter that side. I want Potsane or whoever's going to be on the right to run centrally. So his job is to go to that side, on the right-hand side, and be the support for Ukwinika. That's the sole job, because I'm not for this thing where you have Gonzalez on the pitch. We're not crossing to Gonzalez and playing to his strengths. We have Tanzani, we have King Matou on the pitch, and we're asking them, We're not asking them to play the ball. So rather get rid of that and have them be support for flanks and attack centrally through the three guys. That's what I would do. Then, if we do need to change the game, I'm going to be a little bit radical here. If Frosler is available, right, at some point during the game, if we see that it's getting lit, hear me out. Frosler on, Chivavairo and Gonzalez strikers, helicopter. Could lose ball. Just could lose ball. That's what I would do if push came to shove, because we do have a bit of physicality in those guys when we change. I wanted to have two panels, but I'm looking at this time. I'm seeing that this time is going over. Let me bring in the next guys. Let's speak about Pirates now. Apologies to those that wanted to jump in for Chiefs. We just went a little bit long. Yeah, guys, I'm one person who I'm saying that the one way you play against big teams is not to sit there getting hit. At the very least, they need to be scared of something. And the way Chiefs has been playing against Sundowns over the past few games has been great defensively. But you allow them the ability to throw in Mendieta, throw in Zbanban. You know, towards the end of that first game, they were just throwing in attackers, right? And not worry about getting caught. I want them to worry about getting caught. That's what I want to do. I want them to worry that, guys, send Mokwena, send Mudiba, send all of the people up front if you dare. But if I get 2-3 chances, Dupree is going to be my threat for you guys. And I'm going to put you guys into trouble because, like I've said how many times, Sundowns can't defend transition. They foul. So if you target somebody, you have to try get them to 3-4 fouls so that they can get a red card or a yellow card or something that makes them think. If you watch the first match, the match we played, the first leg, it got to a point where Rulani was literally shouting at AB because AB was being dragged out by Dupree. And Chiefs' only issue was that they didn't continue doing that. That's what you do. Because what happens is Rulani will either have to make a change or have to pull somebody back and say, we can't attack with all these people. We have to come and cover. But if you don't have that thing, man, look at what Pirates did. Guys, just watch the Pirates game. I'm not asking for pound. I'm not asking for attack versus attack or whatever. All I'm saying is Sundowns will have possession, but they must have in the back of their mind, that if we lose this ball or if Chiefs gets a ball, they're not going to play. We can't play. Let's stop this thing of trying to do a million passes with the people we have on the pitch, right? We're going to attack you, and those three plus Castillo, because Castillo is like a false striker type thing. Castillo are going to hurt you on transition. That's me. But anyway, guys, hey,